Hi Sagittarius, thanks so much for checking out my October 2018 predictions for you. I appreciate the support. Just a couple of admin notes before I get into what you can expect for this month. Please, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to my channel. If you're a subscriber in the future, at the end of each video, I will give messages that come through from crossed over loved ones. It's the easiest way for me to kind of invite and narrow down what spirits I invite in that are specific to Sagittarius and subscribe to my channel. It helps me filter out spirits that we don't want to talk to. I also post my weekly radio show prediction videos here for everyone as well. And if you have 1, 2, or 3 questions you need answered now and you don't have time for an appointment, or you rather just feel more comfortable doing it via email or Facebook Messenger or a text message or voice message or any other convenient way for you, I do have a link in the description section of this video where you can contact me to ask your questions. I also offer a monthly subscription to receive personalized psychic predictions each month for only $68. Those videos are very similar to this one, but I'll also break it down per week for you. And again, it will be specific to you. And I'm also going to have a link in the description section of the video for that, and to my website if you're interested in checking out any of my other services that I offer. And lastly, if you'd like to make an appointment with me, you can call or text 407-374-3133 or email AskRebecca@gmail.com. I will be honoring my Groupon pricing for scheduled appointments via phone, Skype, or in person. All right, let's get into what you can expect for the month of October 2018. These are general predictions for everyone with Sagittarius as their sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign in areas of work, love, finances, health, and spirituality. So the general themes for you guys this month, I feel like you're going to be experiencing a quickening of your development. New pathways open up for you and new people come into your life. Some of you could be thrown into something totally new and unexpected that aligns you with your higher purpose. However it manifests for you, the purpose is to get you on your true path. Sure, you have free will, and you know, that's just how this reality works. That's why there's good here and bad here. But free will also works within a certain extent. So at times the universe has to come in and course correct you. And that's typically when you're really experiencing challenges. For some of you, this will flow nice and easily. For others, it's going to come through a phase of destruction followed by renewal. And when I say destruction, I just mean things needing to get a bit uncomfortable for you so you can wake the F up and realize that you're not living up to your potential, right? You're not dealing with your emotional baggage. You're not dealing with past relationship traumas. You're not dealing with the things that are holding you back, right? So, and it's teaching you that your thoughts and your feelings and your energy and where you put your focus is all connected. There's consequences to your feelings, thoughts, and actions. So these are the things that you're learning. Now, this month, some of you could have some profound realizations that what you've been taught on this planet has been backwards. Starting from the time you were born, you were taught everything is separate of you, and you were taught it isn't safe to be your true self. This month, you realize the level of misinformation that has been brought into your life. Some of you are perceiving a situation backwards this month, and you need to turn it around and see things from a different perspective. Some of you will literally be looking at an object backwards or from the wrong angle, and until you flip it over, you won't realize what it actually is or isn't. And some of you will be traveling backwards in time, looking into your past. Some of you are looking for answers to situations or looking for family members. Some of you are just looking at the past to be healed. You'll be healing old wounds with fresh eyes. And some of you will be looking backwards to look for something that was hidden or lost. Then there's a handful of you that may actually be walking backwards for some reason, and maybe you're playing a game with your children, or maybe you're just being silly, or maybe there's a more important reason you're taking a step backwards. I guess we'll see how it plays out, but if you are physically walking backwards, pay attention so you don't end up hurting yourself. This month, compassion will be a theme for you. Some of you will be receiving it. Some of you will be giving it. Those of you who haven't learned compassion will. Compassion is the genuine caring of others as if they were your own self. It often comes about by putting yourself into others' points of view so you can see and feel what motivates their actions. There could be situations this month that arise to teach you about compassion for yourself and others. And depending on where you are in life and how well you cope with challenges will determine the extent of what comes up in order to teach you your compassion, right? So if you're stubborn, it's going to be harder. If you're more open, it'll be easier. And if you're open to change, it will be really easy. Now, those of you who have no compassion for yourselves, you will not be receiving compassion from others until you learn to give it to yourself. Those of you who do not give compassion to others will not receive compassion either. This is true especially for those who have been really harsh in situations with other people. This month, something could happen to where some compassion is needed from others and you won't receive it, so that you can experience what it feels like and allow it to motivate you to change. For some, this feels connected to work. For others, it feels connected to romantic relationships, and some have to do with parents and siblings, along with a few best friend situations and pets. There are a few exceptions to the rule as well that may not have given compassion in the past, but your situation calls for you receiving compassion because it will have a bigger dramatic impact on you to give compassion going forward. So another theme is competition. You could be dealing with it surrounding work and or romantic relationships. It's happening because you need to learn to believe in yourself more than ever. This month, you could also become more easily distracted and lose focus or have a more difficult time focusing. Some of you need a break. Others just need to learn how to keep your mind from going off on non-helpful tangents. You'll become more aware of the fact your thoughts create your reality and that you have more power over them than you think. Work, for those of you employed, some of you will be facing competition. Know you can compete successfully. The only sure way to lose is not to try at all. Play fair even if no one else is. And some of you may have a really heavy workload this month and others may just be feeling overwhelmed. Ask for help. Work, for those of you looking for a job, obviously if you're looking for work, you're also facing competition. I feel some of you really need to believe in yourselves in order to land a job you love. Some of you are totally going to get your dream job, and a few of you will get jobs that are more of a transitional type thing. You take it because you need the income, but ultimately you'll be there no longer than a year until you find what you want. Some of you are starting your own businesses versus starting new jobs. Love, committed relationships, and dating seriously. Those of you in happy relationships, I feel like you'll have a decent month in the love department, especially if you make a pact to work on bringing that spark back. I do feel some of you, whether in a happy or not so happy relationship, could have a wandering eye, or your partner may. No harm if it's just looking. However, there's a possibility some of you may decide to have an affair, flirt, or get emotional support outside of your relationship. Think about how you will handle the situation. And if it's you that's being dishonest, best advice is to think about how you would feel if the betrayal was happening to you. If you're not happy in your relationship, break up and move on. It's not fair to keep one foot in and one foot out because you're afraid of being alone. Your greater fear should be what goes around comes around. No one is destined to be alone unless you choose to be. And right now, from October 5th through November 16th, Venus, the planet of love, is in retrograde, which means it's all about relationships. So all of your baggage, any issues that you've swept under the rug or haven't dealt with within your relationships or within yourself are going to come up to be looked at. This is your opportunity to heal your heart and move on so that you can finally end up in a relationship that you're happy in, or get rid of a relationship that you know you're not happy in, or you're healing your heart so that you can finally be open to receiving love, and more importantly, that you're open to loving yourself. Now, those of you that are single and looking for love, Singles, you've got competition too. I feel like someone you may be interested in will have other people interested in them as well. However, I feel it swings both ways, so you'll have multiple people interested in you. I do feel some love connections this month, but for the majority, I feel like this is a month of getting to know yourself by learning your self-sabotaging relationship behaviors through dating the wrong people. You know, kissing a couple of frogs isn't a bad thing. You kiss them, you figure out what isn't good about them or what you don't like or what you don't need or what your deal breakers are, and you kiss a couple of frogs before you find the prince or princess of your dreams. Now, I also feel there are some of you who think you're ready for a relationship, and you'll meet someone who thinks they're ready for a relationship, but in reality, neither of you are ready for a relationship. And if you find yourself in this situation, I feel like you just need to allow yourself to have fun dating instead of forcing yourself to settle down or sabotaging what could just be a really cool, fun interaction with a really cool, fun person, but neither one of you is, you know, ready to be in a romantic relationship that, you know, to get married and all of that stuff. It's okay to have fun if you're two consenting adults and you're having a conversation about it. So just be honest about what you want and what you're, you know, where you are in life right now. Finances, money may be tight for some of you this month. I feel some won't be able to meet their financial obligations. I do feel this will pass and it's only temporary, so don't get focused on the negative. Stay positive. Some of you may feel like playing with your money, which is all fine as long as you have some to play with, right? Be responsible. Some of you may want to gamble this month. I feel like it's important to tell you not to gamble with more than what you can afford to lose. Basically, I feel everyone needs to give themselves limits when it comes to finances this month. And some of you have been looking for the lottery as an investment strategy. Sure, you could win, but again, the advice is not to overspend on tickets and scratch-offs when you could be putting that money in a money market account that earns higher interest, or even a regular savings account, or under your mattress. Your $20 a week spent on lottery will add up to $1,040 in a year. So shove that under your mattress and save it, put it in the cookie jar if you don't trust the banks, whatever it is. You know, I think you'd be better off just saving that money. Health, some of you are feeling frustrated with your health this month. Maybe you've been feeling off and researching to find an answer. Some of you are frustrated with yourselves for not taking better care of yourself, or you're not seeing the results you want. Some of you are working too hard and have tons of stress affecting your bodies negatively. This month, Sagittarius, you could be more accident prone than usual, so definitely pay attention to what you're doing. Also, for those of you who partake in drugs and alcohol, there is a caution to not overindulge, because I see a few minor injuries happening to being too intoxicated, and I see a few major ones. So, you know, make sure you're watching out and definitely don't drive if you're effed up. All right. Spirituality. It's hard to grow spiritually when you're running around like a chicken with its head cut off. This month, find time, or better yet, create time and space to rest and do nothing. Some of you could be feeling spiritually bored this month. Shake things up by reading a book you've never read, or dive into the realm of inner space, or connect with a spiritual teacher, or participate in meditation group. Explore, 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 whatever tickles your fancy. You want to look into aliens, you want to look into lost civilizations, whatever it is, this is a great month to do it. So overall, I do feel like it will be a positive month. The challenges that come up are going to be surrounding relationships. I feel like, you know, as long as you keep an open mind, open heart, and you tackle these challenges with grace and ease, you'll be fine. If you're resistant to change and you fight it and you suppress it and you don't want to look at your junk, well, then it's going to be more of a challenging month for you. I'm sending you guys lots of positive vibes. I hope everybody has a great month, and I look forward to connecting with you next month. Bye.